We don't perceive the world as it is, rather, we view it as we have been conditioned to see it. We must extend the influence of science from the research laboratory to a person living in a rural region if we are to create the society we desire. We build the brand new platform Talents Hub for research and innovation, as this is as our vision and mission. Greetings on the official opening of THRI. Honorable Dr. Muhammad Atiar Rahman, Professor of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology at the University of Chittagong, will lead our very first session, who is currently employed at Thailand's Walailak University as an international professor in the Distinguished Scholar category. Welcome Dr. Atiar sir to his presentation on time management, one of the most crucial life skills. I am Muhammad Khalid Zuhani Rafi, host of this session, and I am going to give the floor to our honorable speaker.
Dear moderator, honorable guests, distinguished participants, it's truly an immense pleasure for us that we have taken the initiative to launch such a platform to reach ourselves to the people who are truly aparted from science and innovation. And hopefully, this would be one of the most vibrant approaches so far. Hopefully, we will find you all to our journey. And let me start today's session on time management. We are saying time management, a mind tool for motivation. So first of all, maybe it will be better to share why we have chosen this topic at the very beginning of our journey of this platform. As you know, and you realize in our real life, particularly not only in Bangladesh, but also we Bangladeshi people, wherever in the world, maybe we are a bit relaxed to manage our time. And through our experiences, we are truly not very much serious, and that's why management of time in our institution, in our organization, our business organizations, our academia, as well as our social and family life, we are truly very much devoid of time management. Even the session we are enjoying, or we are going to enjoy today, we could be a bit late, but from this sort of objective and view that whatever the number of participants, let us start the program at 7:30. In my time, 7:30. In Bangladesh, it's 6:30. So that at the very beginning, we can give a message and flavor that time is truly valuable and we should maintain the time as we announce and speculate to be. And that's why I have chosen this topic today. Well, maybe my journey could be started with a story as we do face everyday life. You see, Mr. Mahmoud, he is starting to go to his office. This is everyday scenario as we do face even in our life. On his way to start, he is feeling, oh, I might be late in my office. Why? Because I'm not finding my project, because this is supposed to submit today to my boss. So he was looking for the project. Oh, where's my Maxwell project? Where did I put it? So he's searching the project. He got the project, and suddenly it came to his mind, before starting to my office, maybe it's very important to reply some of them emails, and that would be very much important to communicate with the buyers. Then what is saying? Oh, I'm going to miss to reply the emails. Whereas he is a project manager of the company or organization. This is very renowned company, Intel Corporation. And in this corporation, his behavior and his way of managing time is like that. Okay, fine. He managed to get that. What happened next? He said, "Whoa, I have a presentation. I forgot that. And I have a meeting with my clients." After that, his wife called him, or somehow it came to his mind, "Oh, I'm supposed to join the parents' meeting in my boys' school, in my son's school. That is a teacher's parents' meeting." So he forgot it. Once it came to mind, so we have another anniversary in the evening, and that is very important to be in time. If we ask ourselves, why this sort of issues we take in such a, and why this is happening? This is actually the real life problem. And what's the reason? Issue also watch is true, put it down. We call upside. It should be in the right position. We fail to manage to keep the work position real life. And coming with oh, I was very late, sir. Exactly. He came at later that. Sometimes 10 minutes late, 5 minutes late. What happened? Sorry, sir, I missed the train. Not responsibility to take into consideration that you will boat or airplane. This is not the truly concern of the people who are taking and conducting the jobs. That is a very vibrant problem, very versatile problem, very uniform problem for all the people who are truly engaged to do jobs and get them uplifted in the society to contribute. So if you love to contribute yourself for the society, for the nation, for the people, in that case, we have to salvage ourselves from the situation of Mr. Babu. And that is why we are taking the objectives to aim at the issues to discuss on what is time management, how it could be benefited for this discussion, what are the basic elements and principles of time management, then how tools are used for management, how fixes are used in the time management approaches. Hopefully, this discussion will lead us to make a conclusion. So, first question, what is time management? Very important. We are managing time. We are ensuring time management. Actually, time management is more than just managing time. Managing time and time management is not the same. Time management holistic approach. Managing time with a particular approach. So we're saying that time management actually it is a range of skills, tools, and techniques that are applied to manage time when accomplishing a specific task, projects, goals to accommodate throughout your total schedule of your days, your weeks, your months, and whole life. And it actually involves the exercise of conscious control over the amount of extent of that would be spent on a specific activities, focusing to increase the effectiveness, your efficiency, and finally and eventually productivity. So should I not desire to increase our productivity, our efficiency and effectiveness? If so, let us continue with our follow-up discussion. Actually, why the question of time management is because we know that in many of our lives there are some culprits, there are some wasters truly waste our time in our life. What are those? I'm so much sad to say that in our academic events, we have enough time to take tea. We have enough time not to do some. We have enough time not involved in activities. And this is through my 17 years I've been experienced how are people working and how they are wasting of their time. You have 2,000 faculty members in your university, 2,000. However, the total number of publication in a year is 286. So, how we are utilizing our time? If involved at least to publish one article in year, in that case, we might have 2,000 articles from a university having 2,000 faculty members. However, we are not truly believing and maintaining the time management approaches. Rather, we are following this sort of wasters. What are more those? Yeah, I have a lot of problems in my family. I cannot concentrate. So I'm very much stressed and anxiety. I'm with procrastination. Okay, I'll do it tomorrow, not today. I'll make it 2 days late. I'll make it also next month. Nobody is actually making you ensure that you have to do this job at once. So you are in procrastination. You don't have any planning. You are suffering from a lot of phobia, of all phobia. You are very much saying that, oh no, I don't have time. Maybe I'm busy with something else. You are doing so much meeting. In the university, you are coming and you have a meeting with purchasing some lands, making some buildings like this. So you are very much fear of delegating. If you delegate somebody to work, you are afraid that your work will be done. You don't have much concern about the priorities of the job. You are doing your personal job first, then you are doing the job of your office. So a lot of issues are like this. And finally, it leads to give us the we are of time. And this wasters are as well giving us the message that if you can avoid all these things, you are talking over phone 30 minutes, 40 minutes after coming to university. Then you have a lot of junk mails, you are replying all those. So this is too much. Well, if you know that, if you can get rid of this situation, maybe you can be benefited. In what way? You can learn how to set your goals. You know how to plan your jobs. You can be accustomed how to choose the important job first. You might be able to prioritize your job first. You can make how to make an action plan. What could be the rapid action mode of your work if you truly know time management? Therefore, in on-site, there are a number of wasters in our academia, in our institutions, in our personal life, in the social life. While in the side, we have a lot of opportunities and a lot of scopes to get ourselves to reach to the society. How we can improve ourselves as well as we can get people embodied with us for the improvement of the society, for the greater benefit of the society, for the amelioration from the poverty and slow shoes. Well, let us see the more discussed. Calculating right now for you is a speculation. However, if you can manage all these things, that might be reality to you. Because I cannot exemplify myself. However, I understand that many of the people who are truly managing the times, following academia is different because we actually forgot to honor the people who are truly working in our country. Rather, a lot of paradigm shift is running up to recognize the people who are busy with other things. And truly, our motive of the society and platform would be that to uphold the people who are truly working and devoting themselves for the science, for the education. Well, so we are focusing it can be one of the major tools to make this happen. Then you are rushing to complete the jobs without any schedule, without any planning. But if you do that, okay, I'll do the job at 8 o'clock and that will be completed by 9 o'clock. Next job I will start to do at 9, 10, a cup of tea. Hopefully that will be completed by 10:30. And my last job will be completed by 12. Okay, I'm very happy. If you cannot have any sort of interruptions in between, your colleague came to you, oh, my dear colleague, how are you? I was running up here. Can you offer me a cup of tea? He doesn't bother whether I have important job or not. He didn't even ask that scenario. And we truly practice it. At any time, you go to university, particularly in private and public university, you see how people are just wasting their time. So this is the difference between the people who are time management. You identify whether you have urgent tasks or you have important tasks. Whether you have enough waster, enough beneficial activities. So regarding that, we set up the principles to develop from your life, we are saying in a week. At least we have to eliminate all wasted in our life. Let me share you something. 4 months back, I was truly in a rush. And many of my colleagues that don't know, when I go to office, quickly I write down in a slip paper what are my jobs to, and I quickly throw it out. Again, go to second job. So 4 months back, I was truly rushed to manage my time. I concluded, okay, I have to at least compromise with something and I have to non-compromise with something. I truly get myself rescued from wasting a lot of time with some social media. Although I'm not actually addicted to social media, however, even though I tried to save my time, I just see what's happening, no post, nothing, no comments. I found that okay, maybe I'm having time to concentrate more on my other important tasks. Well, the first principle is to eliminate at least one waster in your life in every week. You love to chat with your friends, taking tea, all these things when you are in work. Please. Number two, we have to have a very great clarity of your objective. What I'm truly looking for. If my objective is not clear, maybe I cannot concentrate to works. I cannot identify the important charge. I cannot distinguish between the important task and the emergency task, urgent task. Number three, we have always have to have a focus for our achievements. I'm truly going to achieve by this. Number four, we have to reserve large time for important activities. I learned from my in Japan. He was actually Egyptian. I got a lesson from him. He told time use for the community. In your life, then try to give 8 hours for your research, 8 hours for your community, 8 hours for your family and yourself. In Japan, we try to focus on these things in that way. So very important that we can use our time, but we have to keep a large portion of our time for our activities. Then we need to set priority. And before starting up your work, let us make a list what I am going to do. I learned it from my supervisor. Always I see use paper and he all this record what I'm going to do today, one by one, one by one. So this could be our principle. Why? You should set this principle because you know if you are obliged by your wasters, you will not truly feel that what is the real life time and our clock time. For example, at your watch, you see it is 12 o'clock and this will take hours to complete the job. But if you have to wait for somebody for 2 hours, do you think these 2 hours are same? To complete the job by 2 hours and to wait for somebody for 2 hours is same? Maybe not. To wait for somebody for 2 hours is more than 5 hours. It's very difficult because it's the combination of your anxiety, combination of your stresses, combination of your patience. While you are doing job for 2 hours, maybe it's not. You are engaged in doing job. Therefore, when somebody is waiting for you, when you are assigned with some job, when you are assigned with some work, you have an assignment. When you are coming late in Japan, we found that you know very well, Japan is the country, they follow the time. So in every program, we found that the people who are coming late, 30 minutes late with running, who are there, they are Bangladeshi. They are Bangladeshi people. But the moderator, he started his program. It was supposed to start at 7 o'clock. He started at 6:59. 6:59. So this is his management of time. So this is the very sharp difference. You are waiting for somebody for 2 hours and you are having with a job for 2 hours is not same. Another important issue for real life. Whatever the job you do, whatever the task you have to do, make sure that every task is truly involves three things: your thoughts, your conversation, and your action. So no matter what type of what you are doing, always work truly most of these things. So the only thing that you need to do, that is manage your time in a well-mannered approach. That's why we have to understand the real life management of time and to get yourself salvage from the oysters. Well, we didn't finish yet the principle as we were discussing the urgent task and important task. Sometimes we intermingle, we confuse what is job and what is important job. Job is very important, but it's not urgent to do now. The job is very urgent, but it's not important to do right. It's not very much doing. This is repeated and by Stephen Covey. He was American educator. He was American educator. He book on the 7 habits of highly and writing, he managed to write down the matrix of categorizing the important and non-important job. It's very important to understand. All important jobs are not urgent to do, and all urgent jobs you are doing is not important to do. So what is important? You have to understand, we have to understand which is urgent to do and which is important to do. So he has categories that works in 4 quadrants. Number 1, quadrant 1, that is crisis pressing works, problem, projects with deadlines. Okay, this is very urgent. I have to submit by today. Some urgent jobs could be important, and some important jobs could be urgent. So we have to make it very clear. All urgent jobs are not important. All important jobs are not urgent. So we have to segregate in between. If the job is very much urgent and important to do, that will be preferred over the job which is urgent but not important. So in second quadrant, not urgent. This is simply relation building, to plan for something, some recreation, all these things. But it is important. Relationship building is important. To plan for visits is important. Recreation is very important for your life. Without recreation, you cannot live. So it's not urgent, it's important. Now, not important. For example, interruptions, phone calls, emails, and I have to put some reports, I have to give some reports. Actually, we are engaged with this sort of jobs much shorter. my colleagues, I find him every time he is busy with his cell phone. I found a student. I was coming with him in a private car, and I heard that he was discussing many things. And throughout the whole road, I found that he was talking with some people. Discussion was truly, you can say, sometimes in vain. And finally, I told him, hey man, so far I realized you are discussing and talking with somebody it's important. And in 1 second, you are talking, he discuss with the person, why you are doing so? And similarly, with my colleagues, I was shared many times. And somebody from village, he called me, orthopedics doctor. You can, I'll let you know. Right now, I don't know. But I see you are discussing 10 minutes, 15 minutes, who is doctor is better, who is not, like this. Although the doctor didn't ask you the thing. Well, and list word and four. This is simply time wasters, as we discussed previous. Procrastination, your pleasant issues. All these things are in quadrant four. So we have said the urgent and important job, important and non-important jobs. If we can manage this thing, in that case, that will be the first and foremost opportunity for us to embody the time management approach in our life. Well, what are the skills? How we can manage times? The basic skills, according to the methodologies, this is not actually by our methodologist says that let our presentation will be concluded by 8:30, just 1 hour. Although we started a few minutes late, but we will conclude it by 8. Sorry, we will conclude at 7:30, sharp at 7. So the first one is to set your goal. You have to build up the self-awareness. You have to have the focus on your work. We have to be motivated. We call self-motivation. We have to have a proper planning, included with firm determination. A best communication style, delegation and outsourcing. Then the stress management. One is patience. Not easy to follow all these things. How many people in the world who have succeeded, they managed it. And once they followed it, people said, oh, guy, well, you're very serious what you're doing. You know Jack Ma. He always says that, please remember, somebody becomes successful and stupid becomes and becomes unsuccessful, many of his legendary works. So I set my goal. We have to be very realistic and we have to be time bound. Setting goals in this way. Probably that's goal setting is very smarter goal setting. You know that you have only 2 months. You are thinking that you will, maybe it's possible. Research. You will be the best citation. Scholar citation. It's not possible. Our next is to prioritize our job. How to prioritize or how to make a list of priorities. We always say that to make a list or to avoid or eliminate the tasks which are not important, to make a to-do list. Simply a white paper, make a to-do list. And we have to make a schedule for to-do list. I mean, what to do, we have to make a list. Then we have to check up times as soon as we finish. Once I finish the job, check up the time for the first job. Once I complete the job, check up the time for the second job. This is sometimes very painful for us that most of our people, as they say, when that thing, you can say, oh, sorry, I cannot make it happen. I was busy. So sometimes you have to say no. You have to compromise with no. So again, I'm saying priority list preparation is very important, both for businessmen, for academia, academician, every people, social worker, for every people. Self-awareness, we see that students are coming with good GPA in the university. They're coming with good GPA. However, when we go back, we don't feel that everybody was happy. Many people that became simply dropped out from the university. Because students don't have how to make the self-awareness, self-esteem, self-likes and dislikes. So self-awareness is very important to set up your own beliefs, your own lives, own desires, own dislikings, your personality conflictness, your habits, your tendencies, perception, your modes, your mode switching. You have to esteem yourself. You have to be aware of that. You are from a village, from a poor family. After coming here, you are earning money with tuition. All the money are spent for the friends, for enjoying. You don't have any self-esteem, self-awareness. So we have to make this sort of self-awareness, self-motivation. This is again, most of the people, they get derailed because of self-motivation. They cannot keep the motivation, continue. So how to do that? We have to cherish a vision, for inspiring vision. We have to cultivate and nurture a burning desire. Yes, I want to make it happen. In philosophy, it is said that if you want to do something, get it by doing it. If you want to do something, get it by doing it. What does it mean? This is called burning desire inside. If I want to make something happen, I have to have very burning desire. And then ignite yourself for your belief, for your desire. Then make a goal, stretch goal for this desire to implement. And again, just we said that 7 good message in his book that think like a winner. If you lose before competition, then obviously you will be lost. But if you always think that, yes, I'm going to win and make a feelings win-win, maybe it will be helpful for you to. Okay, next, our planning. This is very important. Scientific planning is sometimes is not possible. However, humanly we can plan, because better plan is half of your success. Better plan, half of your accomplishment. Best plan 70% of your accomplishment. So A plan always claims and demands some intellectual process that will lead to go through the activity, continuous activity. And that should help you for decision making. That should be futuristic. If we can manage this planning procedure to implement in our lives, we can think that the best plan could be possible to plan. Best planning is possible to make. Next, the focus. You see, I have a good mentor in my life, but I only disagree with my mentor that he is always centralized. When he's talking with me, he talks with somebody else. When he's talking with somebody else, he's talking with others. When he's taking on issue in his head, does mean particular focus. And this particular less, I mean that avoid leads you to multitasking up. And that we up with that's good. So he knows how to do work in a team. You are settled to work in a team. Oh, you say, oh, I cannot go up with this person. He's in my level. Oh, he's very person. So it does mean you are not communicating. You don't have communication skill to work in a team. Then negotiation skill. You cannot negotiate. All whatever you do, you are. So that's not the way to work to build up communication. So the whole communication skill is truly very strong skill to maintain time, to manage time. If you know how to communicate, maybe time management will be much better than the person who doesn't know communication skill. Well, still, with a few other tips could be effective for communication. Stay healthy. Sometimes do work, but sick and very important the idea of the relations. And you cannot do all. You have to depend sometime on other people. So when delegating, it's very important to follow these bars. If you give somebody the delegation, you have intention. If you believe in delegation, you have to be very much critical and you have given us jobs, just clarify the goals of your opportunities. Then decide what are the goals projected. Number 3, who would be the right person to do the job. Then how you are planning to follow the Gantt chart for completing the job. Then what would be the major SOP, standard operating procedures. Standard operating procedures, again, standard operating procedures. So clear instructions, about the SOP of the work. Then set the deadlines for the work. And finally, provide recognition. If you don't give recognition, maybe you cannot help for the people. For example, I'm sending a boss to buy something from the market. It's my experience. For my program, I asked somebody to buy a flower bucket. And next day morning, I found him that he bought a flower bucket, and that is very tall, long type. I said, can you put it in the table, on the table? If you put it on the, maybe the audience cannot see the speaker. Do you think it? Or I later realized that that was my mistake, that I didn't very clearly make him what sorts of flower book we need for this sort of programs. So this is very important. It does mean that only acquainted with your body, your mind, all the distraction, and that is very bad. Free from stresses, you need to exercise. You need to have a long breath. You have to have so if you are stressed and you, it's not good. And record keeping is important. As we started with Mr. Mahmoud, what his blank file was. Record. We do project and we have to make. And last one is patience, patience, patience. So you follow and to be patient. Patience, not the ability to wait, is the ability how you act. Again, patience is not the ability to wait, rather the ability what you are doing while you have to wait. During how you are behaving, you are excited, you are impatient, so that you are not patient. The ultimate consequence of patience is only one, and that is the sweet fruit. Sweet fruit. Okay. Let me make a bit faster. So, common time management pitfalls, the drawback shortcomings. How okay, I'm doing later. Sometimes I do myself. Some after this then we are not prioritizing. Addiction to very much social media. We are busy. Time. Some people manages their time on the basis of achievement. Some people do like casual approaches. Some others, they love to have crisis approaches or crisis management procedure. Some people, they love to do through precision approaches, and others, they do in social approaches. What are those? If you are believe in, if you do believe in achievement approaches, achievement management. It does mean when you do set something, then you will love to achieve it, and when you achieve it, you become successful. And that is you think, yes, I managed it. I'm successful. Some people they think that very casual, yes, like the person. He said that she said, okay, I have maybe 2 hours. I will do that. And you see, once upon a time she slept. She started sleeping. Some people they think whatever the work, I love it to do. Whatever the work is important for me. Whatever the work is urgent for me. And this is called the crisis management approaches. It's not good at all. Then precision approaches. It's very good approaches if you can follow it. You are just making the to-do list very precise with very meticulously. You are following the diary. You are following the your planners. You are following the to-do lists. So if you can manage that, it's great. I found some of the very big corporate owners, they follow like this. And last one is the social management. They said that actually because the goal setting is different. They said, yes, I need to be friend, I need to have friends, let us enjoy, let us chat, let us interact with all this. So they love to manage their time through this sort of approaches. Well, and this is the final slide. This is the last minute and final slide. So let us again conclude. If we truly love to have a good time management approach inside, I have to conduct the morning team meeting. Then I have to check and identify my emails to be sent today. Again, I'm saying the task so far we have discussed in the beginning, now we are concluding. Then what, conduct a quality review meeting with the teams, if I'm a corporate officer or I'm in a academia. In that case, these are not applicable for all the people. However, which are very much important for all the people to follow the basic instruction, which are the success parameters through the management of time. As I said in my third slides, that making a to-do list, following the prioritizing approaches, then kill the wasters, then kill the interrupters. If we can particularly plan to eliminate the waster at least one in a week, maybe we will be the person who truly can manage time in life and teach others for time management. Eventually, we can lead to build up and change our academia, our arena, our compounds, our premises in such a way everybody does have the knowledge of time management. Thank you so much for your patience hearing. Thank you very much.